Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur 5. Folge unseres Spielpodcasts 2026, der 2. Staffel. Heute sitzen hier Carol und
Robert, hi.
Ja, und Robert, wir haben ja ein bisschen was mitgebracht dieses Mal. Wir haben ja ein Gespräch, das der Peter Mohrbacher und ich, also unser Spielbotschafter, auf der DoKomi geführt haben. Hattest du schon Chance da?
Nee, ich habe noch gar nicht reingeguckt. Ist ja eins meiner Herzensthemen, Illustration. Also ich bin super gespannt, was ihr da hattet. Schon irgendein Teaser, was dir besonders in Erinnerung geblieben ist?
Peter ist sehr vielseitig und der hat echt tolle Insights mitgebracht. So viel verrate ich, alles andere soll er gleich selber erzählen.
Okay, also ich freue mich drauf. Und ihr habt Robin rumgeschickt?
Ja, auf der DoKomi. Jemand, der das erste Mal da war und ich glaube, sich vor Eindrücken nicht retten konnte, weil die DoKomi ist groß, sie ist viel, sie ist bunt, ganz viele Cosplayer. Also hören wir mal, was Robin uns erzählt, was er da so gefunden hat, oder?
Alles klar, also das dann nach dem Interview. Aber jetzt geht's erstmal zu Peter auf die DoKomi.
Yes. Hi, Peter.
Hi, fan. It's such a coincidence running into you here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no such thing as planning this event, but anyway, come on. No, it's wonderful to see you. And I'm happy that you are already here in Germany at DoKomi.
Yeah.
And that's so cool. I mean, that's exactly where we met the first time, right?
Yes.
Last year, to be precise, I think.
Yeah, I was very surprised. You came to me and you told me that there was going to be an ambassador every year for Spiel. I said, "Oh, do you need me to do some art for the ambassador you're having next year?" And you're like, and you looked at me very surprised. And said,
No, I want you to be the ambassador. That's exactly what I want. So yeah.
Well, now I'm going to be the ambassador, and I'm extremely honored. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, I remember you were so surprised that you couldn't believe it. I still like that story because it was, oh man, I think I was so serious, but he didn't take me serious, so why? But it's so lovely because I really like to have you as our ambassador because you are one of the artists that has worked in our industry.
Yeah.
And now you create your own world.
Yeah.
So it's so cool. And do you know what is really, really wonderful? People are completely hooked that you are our ambassador this year.
Really?
Yes. So you see, the people are waiting for you. And now it comes to you. Who are you? Do you like to tell us something about you?
Who am I? I'm Peter Mohrbacher, which has been who I have been my entire life. And then at a certain point, after I did a lot of art, people started saying my name differently, and I still have never gotten used to it. They're like, "Oh, you're Peter Mohrbacher," and I'm like, "Always have been."
Yes.
Yeah. I used to work in games. I did video game development for a bit. I worked on Magic the Gathering, doing concept art and illustration, and at a certain point, it's like I always was going to events like this ever since I was a teenager. The first year I started to draw was the first year where I got a table at an event, and I had lined notebook paper with my anime drawings on it, and that was like always the game. That was always what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I went on this distraction where I went and had a career as an artist, and and then in the side I was always doing this because it was always like the whole reason I got into it was to just make my work and bring it to people face to face. And so I left it behind the proper career to go run my own business, make my own work.
Cool.
And at the time, I didn't even think we had like a word for it.
Yeah.
But these days, it's like, because now there's so many content creators that people are familiar with, somebody making their own stuff and selling it and like having their social media. But now people call it indie artist,
Okay.
or just, content creator, but art content creator. And so now there's this big culture around it. And we see this culture here at a show like DoKomi, where it's 7 halls, and a huge amount of the show, I think, is people like me who have the same experience of making their work and bringing it straight to people face to face. And it's not a side thing. It is
No.
their whole life. It's their whole identity.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to have started there and then to have this wave come from behind me and create this whole huge culture that I get to participate in now.
Yeah, it's so impressive. For you and what you achieved with your own work, but also for that whole independent group of people, all the artists all around us here, and the whole bubble. I call it bubble, sorry. Because it's getting more and more people involved, and I walk the halls and I'm such amazed by all the art, because it's so overwhelming on one hand and beautiful and all the different worlds, and it's wow. Okay. I really
you can
love
see
that.
at every booth, everyone's different personality, everyone's different
Yeah.
taste. Like they wear their heart on their sleeve. You can see everything that they care about in their work. And like the game we're playing here is to try to be the most authentic in expressing our interests out loud to each other.
Right.
And I love that. That was what got me into this in the first place, and to see that grow and flourish. I mean, now it's the huge event, and we're only seeing a tip of the iceberg because there's 5 times as many people who weren't able to get a table.
Oh, right, yeah.
So many people applying to come to these sorts of events, and it's worldwide. I'm coming in from the US to Germany for this because it's such a tremendous event here. And I'm coming again for Spiel. Last year I was in Germany again twice.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, more worldwide events across Europe and possibly even to China, just because it's like this is a big global phenomenon of people being able to make the things that they care about and go directly to an audience with them.
I couldn't agree more. It's fantastic to have you all around to create your own words, your own expressions, your own painted voice.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. And I really love that. And when we met last year, we were not only talking about maybe you can paint something for us, draw something for us, whatever you like to call it, but we also talked about you, because you told me that you are also a gamer. You like to play board games.
I am, yes. I'm my whole family. We sit down. I have 2 sons, and my wife and our boys. We sit down and we play board games together. Last year the Spiel des Jahres was Bomb Busters,
Yes.
right? And so we went out, we bought it right away, and it's a co-op game with all these different missions, and we've been going through them, and we've been doing this campaign over the course of months
wow.
with the family. Going through
You
all of them
finished
together.
it?
No. It's so much. And so we're just amazed. Every time we finish a new pack, we open it up and there's all these new rules and stickers to pull out. And so it's this big event for us to like finish a phase of this game and to be able to like move on to the next one together. And so we mix in other stuff between then, but like for the last year, we've been playing a lot of that. And there's too many games to be able to play them all.
Right.
But we, this year we ended up getting the boys a lot of board games for Christmas because we knew it was something that we were going to all be able to spend a lot of time with. It wasn't just something that they were going to be excited about for a moment and then throw away. It was something that we were going to do together as a family and be able to like enjoy it. And like, it was something that we were going to treasure and put on our shelf and really care about.
Yeah.
And so I really do love board games. And so I think the reason we got introduced to each other is I told our friend Toby that I was like, oh yeah, I really would hope to go to Spiel one of these days.
You see?
And he's like, well, I know somebody.
That's true.
And I've heard about this event for so many years, and it was amazing to get to see it last year for the first time. And I'm so surprised that I get to be the ambassador for it, because this is something that I have been really interested in for a long time, but I didn't think I was going to be able to like go to a different continent to be able to appreciate it. But now that I'm discovering how much of a culture there is around art here, it's like it's becoming easy to spend more time here and to get to meet all of the fans here in Europe.
That's
it's wonderful.
So cool. I really love that spirit, because it again shows that the world is not separate continents. It's one world that's interacting and exchanging.
Yeah.
And hearing that you love to come to Europe and Germany especially to interact with the fans here and to talk to them and all that.
The fans
It's
are
so
the reason
cool.
I'm coming back. Like the fan response I got last year was incredible. I lost my luggage on the way over, and all of my prints were lost in the UK while I was here in Germany.
Oh, wow.
But the fans supported me so much, and they were so excited to meet me
Yeah.
that I was like, I need to come back. I need to come back and do this over, because I was hoping that it was going to be nice here. There was going to be some business to do, but what I didn't realize was just the tremendous amount of love there would be in the room and appreciation. And I was like telling all my friends, I was like, you have to figure it out.
Yes.
You have to figure it out. It's worth it. Whatever trouble there is to try to like work in another country, you have to get outside the US and see it for yourself.
And you have done it. You are here. You have been here before. And we are so happy to have you as our ambassador.
Yeah.
Because what I told you last year, you are the perfect fit for us because you are one part of the industry as an artist.
Yeah.
You bring worlds to life with your images. So that's part of the whole thing we do.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a gamer by heart.
Yeah.
And so you are exactly what we were looking for. And as you
So
said,
lucky.
the people love you being around and being our ambassador. So what does it mean to you?
To be the ambassador?
Oh, yes.
I don't know. I am just trying to go with the flow. I'm looking to you to tell me where to stand, who to talk to. I'm coming with an open mind to meet the other companies that are going to be there, the other business owners, the fans. And I just know there's so many people that I would want to work with in Spiel.
That's cool.
Since my last time there, I got into making resin miniatures here in Europe. They're being produced in Spain and in Poland. And I am really excited to see the work, the Golden Demon. My wife saw the box arts that were done for my minis, and she was amazed. And I was like, oh, you didn't realize that these people who paint these things are crazy? And I'm like, we are so excited to see all the painting competition this year and get to see this stuff in person, because it's a totally different experience seeing it in person than it is seeing the photos online.
Yeah, I can imagine that. It's so impressive to see all the miniatures there. That's wonderful. Yeah, but you said you will also be there and be around to interact with people and give some insights on stage. I mean, we are still figuring out what you will talk about, but you will be on stage so people can stop by, hear you talk about what is important to you.
Yeah.
And it's also important for people maybe getting into that kind of art or business.
Yeah.
So it will be very interesting to hear and to see how the people react, how you will react, what you will talk about, but also to be around at a booth.
I'm looking forward to having a booth again at Spiel, and I'm so excited that there's more art presence at there, because I think with all the gaming companies there, it's really important for the artists to get time to meet these companies and spend face time with them and have a real person-to-person relationship with the people that they work with. And you can only do this in physical spaces. Everyone has to go be in the same room at the same time.
Right.
And that's what makes these kinds of events work.
Yeah.
And to bring in this essential part of the industry, the artists, to have a bigger seat at the table, I think is going to be great for the companies to be able to be introduced to these artists instead of having to browse around ArtStation, and to have the artists get some time to meet them. And I think it's going to be really good for everyone.
It's true. When I look at this, it just pops up in my mind again. I have been to a Blind Guardian concert last year.
Did you see it there?
Yes, exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Every time a band contacts me to license my art, this is also another heavy metal album cover. This is used for a band called Fallujah.
Oh, okay.
And every time they email me, I always try to make it work, because I love having my art represent people's music.
Of course.
I
Makes sense.
very rarely end up doing commissions for them. They instead, because all of my art is independent, I own all the rights to it.
Right.
And so if somebody comes to me and says, well, we love your art so much, we'd love to have it represent our music, I'm like, which one would you like?
Yeah.
You know, I've got this big catalog full of stuff that I own all the rights to, and I'm able to, you know, work with other people and collaborate with them without having it be this like mystery about whether or not what I'm going to do is going to come out good. They can, you know, if there's some piece that they're really attached to, they can claim ownership over it.
Yes. And now you're talking about your own world. So it's Angelarium, and you're creating that since 2005, right?
I think a little earlier.
Oh, even oh, wow.
I think I first started it, I think late 2002.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
It's been a few years.
Where do you get all the ideas for the different? What are they? Angels?
Yeah. So it's the thing that got me inspired to work on it was the names.
The names.
You know, they have all these unique names. Kokabio, Angel of the Stars. I thought, what a cool concept. And so I start with the name and the domain, the theme of whatever it represents.
Yeah.
And to keep it unique, I think about what memories and associations I have with whatever that angel represents. And so I'm always drawing from my own personal experience and trying to make something, rather than make something that is like what I think people think the things looks like, I am just allowing ideas to arise in my own mind as I consider whatever the theme or the concept is. Yeah. And sometimes I'm not always sure why I'm making the choices I'm making, but by the end of it, I usually have everything that's gone into the image is there for a reason. And I think that when people look at it, they also get the sense everything's there for a reason, but they don't always know exactly what it all means. And that mystery of it is a big driver behind the work. Cool. Like people want to get a sense there's a real person behind it. They want to get a sense there's a real imagination and a different perspective from themselves, and not just like a stock representation of whatever they think the thing is supposed to look like. And so I would come to these events hoping that there's people that's what they want. They want to be surprised. They want to be intrigued. They want something a little mysterious, more so than something that's just what they're familiar with.
I really love your artwork because they are exactly what you described, mysterious. So I get the main thing, but then I discover other stuff and say, oh, wow, what is going on here? And so that's really intriguing. So I love it.
Yeah. And so I've been developing a tabletop RPG based off of this body of work. And I was stuck on it for a while because a lot of these characters are so ethereal, they don't really have the ability to write dialogue for them. And there wasn't like a big world for it. And so what I did instead was I decided to build cultures based off of each of these angels. And I realized that I could use the same process of building it from the themes. Instead of just making a single illustration, you could build an entire culture of people. You could populate an entire world. And that everything that I do with the writing and the art all comes from the same creative process of considering the theme, considering my own associations with them, and trying to create authentic work that comes from my own perspective. And I pass that along to any collaborators, any writing collaborators I have. And so the whole project is built off of the same creative philosophy.
Cool. So you still have a lot of ideas of angels to come?
Well, I can make as many of them as there are ideas in the world.
Oh, cool.
But, what we're trying to do now is trying to make a world that is really compatible with D&D, gameplay, and to be able to have an adventure and for people to make their own kinds of characters, make their own stories, but to do it in the same aesthetic, in the same philosophy as what all of this artwork was created from. And then it's going to be book full of my art also.
Right. Cool. So a lot of things to come.
I've got too many projects that I'm in the middle of. So it's it's coming very slowly because I'm constantly dipping my toe into a lot of different things.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
And I'm
creating-
traveling.
Yes, talking to people.
Yeah.
Showing your stuff.
Yeah.
Selling your stuff.
Yeah, and
Create more stuff.
and also working with other artists. I really like to do teaching and mentoring, and so
Oh, yes.
I take time out of my week every week to work with other artists, spend time
Oh.
answering questions and helping people out, and then also doing more structured mentoring. So I do teaching on top of all this other stuff.
Oh,
not
wow.
not at a formal institution, but like
But that's very important work. And
it's
extremely
satisfying.
important time to spend.
I feel like some of the time I'm most proud of is working with other people and like teaching and helping. Everyone I've met always has a different work process. They always end up having something that they're better at than other people, and to like help somebody discover that about themselves, of like what they can do that I can't do, and to help encourage them to be the best version of themselves
Oh, yeah.
is really satisfying work.
And I mean, mentoring goes both ways, right? You
Yeah.
learn something from them and they learn something from you, and it's just an exchange. Exchange of ideas, exchange of expertise. I love
Absolutely.
that concept of mentoring. So, yeah. Cool. Hey, you're doing so many different things.
Too many things.
Oh, okay. That's your words, not mine. But I love that.
I would like to finish more projects in a more timely manner, but it would require me to focus.
Okay, that raises a question. Are you able to really deep dive focus on stuff?
I love to be in the middle of work. I love to be in the zone with a painting. To have a long painting session, multiple hours,
Right.
alone with the work, and just like when you're in the middle of it and the flow state is going, it's just the best feeling. It's what I keep coming back to this for. But I don't do it every day. I'm always having to like stop and do this and do that. But I think that's also the lifestyle I want to live, where I am switching between being a business owner, being an artist, being a writer, and finding myself really deep involved in one kind of work and then deeply involved in another kind of work, and mixing that around has been my path. I think that's the reason why I ended up always doing the indie stuff rather than focus deeply on an art career. It's because the idea that I would just go into an office and I would just draw. For some people, that's heaven. They just want to be painting every single day. And for me, I wanted to be involved in the whole picture. And being in an office, they don't really like it when artists are necessarily asking a lot of questions or challenging them about their ideas, and so I've found myself better suited to actually,
Yeah. Being independent.
being the boss and being in charge of all those different aspects, and whether I'm making the right choice or the wrong choice, it's
But it's your choice.
it's my choice and I'm learning from it.
Yeah, that's cool. We really want you to be our ambassador, and we are happy to have you.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, you are a perfect fit. You have everything that Spiel is about. There is no game without the artwork, right? So it's a centerpiece in games creation. And to highlight this for this year's Spiel is exactly what we wanted to do. So thank you so much for being our ambassador.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And now we let you entertain the DoKomi crowd with your presence and your ideas and whatever. And we will see you again in October at Spiel for the first time on Wednesday, when we too will award the Deutsche Spiele Prize winners. So that will be our first official engagement then.
Fantastic. I think I can do that.
That's fine. And then we see the people in the halls at Spiel, you on stage, and we will have all a lot of fun. How about that?
Sounds great.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Das wird meine erste DoKomi. Ich bin zum allerersten Mal in diesen gigantischen Hallen. Wir sind hier am Nordeingang angekommen und werden einfach mal einen Rundgang machen. Ich habe kaum eine Ahnung, was mich erwartet. Ich weiß, hier ist ganz viel Manga, Anime. Hier sind auch Spiele, die werden wir auch natürlich suchen. Cosplay, es kommen unglaublich viele Menschen in wahnsinnig coolen Kostümen vorbei. ja, wir werden jetzt einfach mal hier rumrennen. Ich erzähle ein wenig, was mir auffällt und dann nehmen wir euch einfach mal mit auf die DoKomi in Düsseldorf. Da muss man ja aufpassen, dass man ja nicht auf den Schwanz tritt. Laserschwerter gibt es hier. Also es ist generell ein riesiger Trubel und gezockt. Nicht viel mehr. Ein bisschen Slalom gehört dazu. Für alle, die worthy sind. Natürlich Magic auch am Start. Naruto. Trading Card Artwork. Gehen wir mal weiter in Halle 10. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was in dieser Halle passiert, aber es sind unglaublich lange Warteschlangen vorbereitet. Creator werden hier getroffen. Meine Güte, Cosplay, VIPs, riesen Meet and Greet Area. Düsseldorf hat zwischen den Hallen riesige Freigelände, voll mit Food-Anbietern. Ja, es ist sehr natürlich asiatisch auch, was super passt. Also muss man ganz klar sagen, also es ist echt unglaublich groß. So viele Fans von Japan und Anime. Während man in Essen immer mal wieder froh ist, raus ins Freigelände zu kommen, ist man hier froh, in die Hallen reinzukommen.
Das sind dann Unterschiede von Monaten.
Da haben wir hier eine Fashion Stage. Richtig mit Catwalk. Okay, das Spielerherz muss natürlich einmal. Ich wandere nur noch staunend durch die Gegend tatsächlich. Ich glaube, hier wird auch jedes Sammlerherz bedient, oder? Zumindest wenn man Anime und Manga, Japan und artverwandte Sachen sammeln möchte. Aber auch hier alte Bekannte sind auch hier vertreten. Denn es sind ja auch artverwandte Hobbys. Ja, wir nähern uns Halle 3 der großen eigentlichen Artist-Halle. Natürlich findet man hier auch immer mal wieder Artists verteilt. Kunst, Anime, Manga ist ein Riesenthema. Bei uns auch dieses Jahr mit Peter Mohrbacher als unserem Botschafter auch ein großer Punkt. Illustration, Kunst, Zeichnen gehört halt auch zum Spielen dazu. Also ich kann auf jeden Fall sagen, ich weiß jetzt, wie sich die Menschen, die zum allerersten Mal auf der Spiel sind, fühlen, wenn sie nicht total tief im Brettspiel-Hobby sind, erschlagen, ein bisschen lost, aber gleichzeitig wahnsinnig begeistert. Es ist eine fantastische Welt, eine coole Welt. Und ich freue mich, dass wir als Spiel mit der DoKomi auch diese Welt ein bisschen mit bei uns haben und dass wir dieses Jahr halt mit Peter Mohrbacher als unserem Ambassador auch Teile dieser Welt mitbringen. Und hier sind wir nämlich am Stand von Peter, mit dem Carol sich zum Interview getroffen hat.
So, und nun startet der wichtigste Block von allen, nämlich die Updates. Natürlich nur in Kurzformat, deshalb, Robert, hast du denn ein Update für uns für heute?
Unser erstes wichtiges Update ist, die Jobseite ist online.
Cool. Das heißt, ab jetzt kann man auf unsere Seite gehen und gucken, welche Verlage eventuell Verstärkung brauchen für die Spiel.
Genau. Also wer schon immer mal auf der Spiel arbeiten wollte, mal einen einmaligen Blick hinter die Kulissen kriegen, das ist die Chance.
Sehr schön. Ich glaube, für uns ist auch noch so die eine oder andere Stelle vakant. Auch wir suchen noch Helfer, die mit uns zusammenarbeiten wollen. Aber die Verlage brauchen auf jeden Fall ganz viele Leute.
Du hast auch schon mal auf der Spiel gearbeitet als Erklärer, ne?
Lange ist es her. Frühe 2000er, sage ich dazu.
Aber eine Erfahrung,
Die man auf jeden Fall mitnehmen sollte. Ja, kann ich sehr empfehlen. Von daher, man lernt viele Menschen kennen, man kann tolle Spiele erklären und vielleicht ist es für den einen oder anderen auch der Weg in die Branche. So wie für mich. Also
da auf jeden Fall mal reingucken. Jeder Verlag hat da auch so seine kleinen eigenen Benefits. Das lohnt sich auf jeden Fall, da mal zu stöbern.
genau. Ja, und dann, ihr habt heute Morgen im Teammeeting was ganz Tolles erzählt. Magst du das mit uns teilen?
Ja, also die Hallenplanung ist ja die Hauptaufgabe hier bei uns in der Ausstellerbetreuung, läuft richtig gut. Wir haben jetzt bereits die ersten Hallen an die Messe Essen schicken können.
Cool.
Das ist nun mal ein ganz besonderer Moment, denn wir planen die ganzen Hallen und dann gehen die an die Messe Essen und die müssen natürlich das Ganze auch sicherheitstechnisch einmal durchschauen. Also sind die Fluchtwege breit genug?
Ja.
Gibt es da irgendwelche Ecken, die ein Problem darstellen könnten? Und wenn die das an uns dann zurückspielen und sagen, alles super, dann sind wir schon sehr weit, was die Hallenfertigstellung angeht.
Das ist echt cool. Damit sind wir richtig früh dieses Jahr. Von daher Hut ab, herzlichen Glückwunsch. Ich meine, das heißt noch nicht, dass ihr morgen schon einen Hallenplan kriegt, weil da fehlen noch ungefähr 25 Schritte, bis wir so weit sind. Aber es ist auf jeden Fall schon ein großer Meilenstein, so früh die ersten Hallen zur Sicherheitsfreigabe geschickt zu haben. Cool. Ja. Und dann haben wir noch was?
Ja, wir sehen uns schon sehr bald wieder, denn ab jetzt fangen wir an, den Podcast zweiwöchentlich zu senden.
Das ist auch cool. Das machen wir, weil...
Weil es jetzt einfach, ich sag mal, Schlag auf Schlag kommt. Die Projekte finalisieren sich, wir haben viel mehr zu erzählen und deswegen können wir uns viel öfter hier hinsetzen und Neuigkeiten geben.
Das stimmt. Oder auch, je wärmer es draußen wird, desto mehr arbeiten wir, damit die Spiel im Herbst ein voller Erfolg wird. So ist das, oder?
Genau, ich habe heute Morgen einmal geguckt. Wir haben so einen kleinen Countdown. Es sind, wenn der Podcast online geht, sollten es nur noch 135 Tage
Die Zeit läuft.
bis zur Spiel sein. Jetzt habe ich das erste Mal getan, hier im Podcast die Zahl zu sagen.
135 Tage. Uiuiui. Das nächste Mal nennen wir die Zahl, wenn wir die 100 erreicht haben, okay? Vorher nicht, das macht mir Angst. Aber nee, ist doch super. Also ab jetzt, alle 2 Wochen seht ihr Robert und mich oder Robert und Robin oder Robin und mich und wir erzählen euch ganz viele Dinge, was denn alles so fertiggestellt ist oder dann für euch einsehbar oder bestellbar oder planbar oder markierbar. Also es passieren jetzt einfach so viele Dinge, das können wir gar nicht alles erzählen. Aber in 2 Wochen sehen wir uns direkt wieder mit ganz vielen neuen Informationen.
Genau, also bis dahin.
Bis dahin.
Ciao.